Here is part 6 of my monster video. You're probably getting absolutely bored of these by now, trust me, I am as well. Where I talk about sort of mental abuse and toxic friendship in sort of connection with each other. Throughout the video I talk about one specific ex-friend of mine who I refer to as Jane, as well as a mutual friend of ours who I am still friends with and still very close friends with, who I refer to as Shannon. All the other parts will be linked in the description, as well as in their own separate playlist for you to watch at your own disposal. So yes, here I will continue where I left off last time. On the incident that I mentioned earlier, previously about the incident with the competition and how we went round her house a week after Shannon had attempted a serious incident. This actually happened as we were actually on the way home at the time, and this happened. I've got a screenshot from my phone. I've put all my laptops because my phone was running out of memory. She sent us a message saying, "So I've been thinking, and I think it's time that we parted ways. Today felt so awkward, and I think just think that I'm better off on my own. I'm sorry and I wish you both all the best. Goodbye." And then no word of a lie, within half an hour, probably not even half an hour, she said she sent us both a text message at the same time, because she got the same text as me, saying, "I'm sorry," with a sad face. This happens a lot, by the way. She will often like say goodbye with a smiley face or a sad face, or just blunt goodbye. She'll say that I'm better off on my own. She says, neither of you care about me, it's over, goodbye. She said I'm just going to end it all, and things like that. And then probably within an hour, she'll send a message as if nothing's wrong, she'll apologise, she'll try and come up with excuses on her behaviour, when most of the time it's just probably bullshit. You never know, it might be true, but at the same time you can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again, to the point where I actually completely lost sympathy with her, because she would just complain all the time and do nothing about it. Like, there's plenty of things you can do, and she lies all the time. Like, there's so many times she's told me lies that in the end I just didn't believe her at all, because, I mean, at one point, it's stupid, but she told me she cut all her hair off. I saw her a week later and she hadn't cut all her hair off. That's just one one example of lies that she's told me that have just been complete bullshit. There's been another one where she said she left the house and that she was standing on the edge of a car park. I went to her house and I could hear her in the kitchen, so, because the kitchen's like really close to the front door. So that's another instance of lying that she had told me. There was another one where she vanished when she was trying to pretend that she was again on the edge of a car park. When Shannon had gone past her house, she saw her bedroom light on, because she was cycling at the time. I don't know where she was going, but I think she might have been going to someone else's house or something, but she saw her bedroom light on and she could sort of like see movement in the window. So again, that's like 3 chances of lying that she'd told us. There's been many more than that. I mean, there was one instance where she went completely silent on FaceTime, and then I could hear her moving around, and she was trying to act as if something really bad had happened when I can hear her moving around. So yeah, that's just excuses of lying that she has done, which again, really doesn't help your case, and it just manipulates us and tries to make us feel bad. Another thing as well, she tried to convince me that she was pregnant. Like, she said that she had a one-night stand when she was in Russia, when I literally spoke to her every single day while she was in Russia, and if it wasn't me, because I went on a holiday 1 week while she was in Russia, but Shannon spoke to her every single day, even when I hadn't, and I was always checking all the messages. Like, I was checking their messages every single night, because they said don't check your messages during the day, we want you to have a good time. So I checked the messages at night and I would reply to them. So that was complete bullshit, and she like strung me along for like an hour. And I mean, the whole time I was just like, yeah, of course, yeah, whatever. Like, I knew that it was bullshit, but I was just playing along. And so there's just another thing, she just lies all the time, and she does it to Shannon as well, or did do it, sorry, to Shannon. And by that point we just got wise to it in the end. We sort of doubted everything she said. We doubted, like, everything she would say to us and all that kind of stuff as well. In one instant, I can't remember what the argument was, it's usually always the same thing. It's usually, you don't care about me, you never listen, you're never there for me, you clearly hate us, you clearly hate me and wish me to die, things like that. And at one point, she sent me all these messages here. I'm sorry, please can we talk this through, sad face. I know we've been off of late, but it's all my fault. I know that. And I fucked up today because I was trying too hard to hold on to something I know I've lost. Sad face. Oh yeah, it's my fault and I know that has been sad faces as well. I'll go back to being alone now, sad face. It's all I deserve, sad face. And it's just that kind of thing, like that's common traits of manipulation. It tried to guilt trip you into talking to them and try to make it seem like it's their fault. And because she'll always try and put the blame onto herself, and it is generally her fault most of the time because she does put all this on herself. And like she says that she fucked up today because she was trying too hard to hold on to something that she's already knows she's lost, when she didn't actually do anything. Like during the day, you know, me, Jane and Shannon, we were just having a good day, you know, we were having a talk, we were having a laugh, we were having a joke, and then like it was fine, we all, you know, we went home and things were alright again. But, I mean, at some points, she's really childish at times as well. Like, but to be fair, a lot of this, she's just really childish about quite a lot of things. And sort of like the way she reacts to stuff and things like that. To jump forward and to wrap this up, because I know this has gone on for a very long time and I'm definitely going to have to split this into parts, is when we stopped talking to, me and Shannon stopped talking to Jane altogether. I've already mentioned that she ignored me for a week, and before that she ignored me for a weekend because she hadn't told me she was going somewhere. I mean, she told me like months before, but how am I supposed to remember that one specific weekend? When she didn't even say which weekend, she was she just said, oh, weekend in whatever month it was, I can't remember now, I think it was either April or May. But she just said a weekend, she didn't specify what weekend, so I didn't know. But what basically happened is that, God knows what it was, but she'd planned something with Shannon. They were going to go to Nando's, they were going to have some lunch. I wasn't invited at all. Shannon told me about it and I was like, wow, I haven't been invited. I'm kind of insulted. I wasn't. Well, I was, because it's just the principle of not being invited at all. Like, we're supposed to be friends, and so, like, why would you not invite me? I mean, most of the points on Jane's Nando's card is what I'd paid for, because pretty much every time I went up to London, I would pay for the dinners. Like, I appreciate she, like, you know, she was a bit hard up for money because of, like, you know, the rent of the dorm room and everything. But at the same time, like, she told us she had, like, when we went out at one point, for her, everything had to be about her. We couldn't look in any of the shops that we wanted to look in, it always had to be about her, and all that lot. She told us how much money she had in her bank accounts, and me and Shannon kind of just looked at each other and we were like, and you said you have no money? Like, I joke about not having money, but I know I don't have loads of money, I'm not rich, but I have enough money to buy what I want. I have enough money to buy the occasional pop figure that I want. Yeah, I spent a little bit too much on this one, but you know, you usually are supposed to buy these for what, like £12, and I spent a little bit more on it because I really fucking love Sharon, so I was like, I want it. But you know, and my comics every week, I've maybe the occasional graphic novel, maybe a few extra comics. You know, I have enough money to buy these things. I have a safe amount of money. So I joke about not having money, but I'm not under any illusions that I'm poor, because, well, I don't really want to equate that I'm poor or rich. I'm not poor or rich. I'm just a student with a bit of money, you know? I have enough to buy what I want. So we were like, okay. But then literally, as I mentioned before, the day before they were supposed to go out for lunch, she cancelled on her. Flat out cancelled. And then she started going on about how she knows that she bores people, how she knows no one's interested in what she has to say, things like that. And like, yeah, no one's got anything interested in what you say because you don't have any interest in what other people say. Like, you have to be right all the time. If you prove wrong or someone disagrees with you, you throw a hissy fit and you storm off and you have an argument and all that stuff. You literally have to be right all of the goddamn time. So yeah, it's natural that no one is going to want to listen to you anymore. But yeah, she cancelled on her, and then she said something about how she knew that me, Shannon, and her boyfriend had met up and something like that. I can't remember the details, but I didn't see the conversation. I only saw the messages that Shannon had sent to me, but I trust Shannon enough not to doctor these conversations because I send photos and screenshots to show that, to specifically show that I haven't like sort of edited the conversations or anything. And I mean, I've sent them to another friend before and I've literally shown them like pictures as the conversations are going on, so they both know that what I'm saying is completely 100% true, and like they know that she's being unreasonable and that she's taking things way out of proportion. But in this case, she basically cancelled the night before, and me and Shannon actually spoke about it a couple of weeks ago. We were going for a walk at the time. We went swimming and then we went for a walk. She came with me to get my hair cut, and then we went for a walk. But either way, we're going for a walk, and Shannon is convinced that she'd known about it for weeks, and that she was literally, as she said before, sitting on it, brewing like a tea bag, and just waiting for the night before to bring it up and cause massive argy-bargy, and then just ultimately just like sort of stop. By that point, I wasn't talking to her because I think that was when after she had literally ignored me for a week and I refused to reply to her messages. So yeah, I'd stopped talking to her by that point. I mean, I've spoken to her briefly. That was only to send her some emails because she asked me if I could send her some stuff that she'd sent me and she had to delete. So she asked me if I still had them, and if I did, can I send them to her? So I did. Since then, we haven't spoken since. Like, literally haven't spoken since. I have asked Shannon if I can read the message that she had. One moment. Sorry about that, my battery was dying, so I just got the charger to plug it back in again. But Shannon, I asked beforehand if I could read the message that she had sent to Jane before promptly blocking her and deleting her off of Facebook. Because basically she was being really unreasonable, she was being really unfair, and like I said before, she was basically acting as if we couldn't meet without her. So yes, I will read the message that Shannon had sent to Jane before promptly blocking and deleted her. It reads as follows. I don't feel guilty. I wanted to invite you and stuff, but no matter what, you always start an argument over something. Having friends is meant to be fun. Little wonky emoticon, a little wonky emoticon. It's not a game. And I considering you told us you didn't want to be friends a week after I jumped off a balcony because it was awkward, well, wonky face. Yeah, I really don't feel guilty. Take care, all the best to you as well. Because that's literally what it was like. It was... Having friends is supposed to be fun. It is not a game. You meet with other friends, you know, you have... like, it's the same principle as I said before. She was going to plan on meeting with Shannon without telling me, without inviting me, or anything like that. And then literally she just stopped talking, like, you know... And she's worried that me and Shannon are meeting behind her back as well. So, like, what's the big deal? It is supposed to be... Friendship is supposed to be fun. It isn't a game. And she was basically making it seem like it was a game. It was making it seem like it was a competition and all that kind of business.